Any number of times when folks ask me what the podcast is about, I generally say it's a hippie take on motorcycling. And that's probably a very poor and too broad of an explanation. But by hippie take, I mean, laid back, maybe a philosophical attempt to describe how much we love to ride, how much we enjoy being out on the bike, that it has meaning. And, I've been riding for so many years, just like you have. And again, I'm just trying to figure out more day by day, what does it mean to me to get out on the bike and be in this community of ours? Well, it's just something really important. It's this constant search for peace of mind, I suppose. Maybe that's just me, but I get feedback from others that, you kind of feel the same way. We're out on our bikes in a community of other riders, which is great. And we commune with Mother Nature, which is even better, right? More often than not, too, when I describe the podcast to people, they'll immediately say, "Have you read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance?" And I respond, "Yes, I have read the book, and I also have the audio version on Audible." Honestly, I think I understand the meaning of the book, after several readings and descriptions of it, but probably not near as well as others. But I think that the name of the book only captures a snippet of what it really tries to teach us. There's a lot of depth there. I think the beauty of the book, too, well, like with any good book for that matter, is it's open for interpretation. And it means something different to different people. And I think that's great. So today, I want to take a slightly different road, one that winds through the philosophy, the mechanics, and the search maybe for peace of mind. We're diving into the book that's been on so many motorcycle riders' shelves, and maybe yours too, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance by Robert Persig. Now, if you read the book, it's not really about fixing your motorcycle at all. It's not really about maintenance. But maybe it's about our relationship with others and our relationship with life. Or at least a better understanding of the combination of all those. If you haven't read the book, don't worry about it. We'll talk about the highlights here a little bit. But for now, let's zip up your jacket and put on your helmet and let's talk Zen. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining me today. Recorded in beautiful Loveland, Colorado. Welcome to Peace, Love, Moto, the podcast for motorcyclists seeking that peaceful, easy feeling as we cruise through this life together. Are you ready? Let's go. So here's the basics of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Robert Persig, the author, takes a cross-country motorcycle ride with his son, Chris. It sounds like a travelogue, but it's really a philosophical journey, a chautauqua, as he calls it, and that's an old term for storytelling and teaching. As he rides, he weaves together two worlds, a mechanical world and a philosophical world, and he suggests that we are most happy in life when we embrace both. He talks a lot about quality, not just in machines, but in life. And honestly, that's what sticks with most of us, I think. Sticks with me. When we're out riding, really riding, when all things are just right in the world. It's on those long multi-day rides where I really feel it. It's those hours and hours at 70 miles an hour out on the open road, and the engine and the tires just humming along. Your mind clears. That's quality, as he describes it. It's quality time, you might say. It's not the specs. It's not the particular bike that you're riding. It's your experience in that. That's quality and quality of time. I believe that I mentioned this experience, this feeling before when I've been out on long rides, and it feels Even though I'm cruising along at 70, 75 miles an hour going down the highway, it feels like I'm not moving at all. But rather, the world is moving past me. I'm just perfectly still. And it's like, too, that I'm forming a relationship with the bike beneath me. The machine that's connected to both of my hands, that's in contact with both of my feet, full contact with the bike, with the road, and with myself. When we're out like that, maybe it's a relationship with our inner being. Persig talks of the meaning of taking care of your bike, taking care of the machine that you love so much. One of the big ideas in the book is that maintenance on a motorcycle isn't something to be dreaded. It can be really satisfying. It can be joyful and even lead to mindfulness. You're honoring the process. I think it's about appreciation too. I mentioned recently how I'm a bit of a nut when I walk out to my garage sometimes, and I'll just pat my motorcycle on the tank and say, thank you for the journeys that you've taken me on. I know what it's like, too, to be just so fully engaged in what I'm doing with a bike. Or I actually have a 1926 Ford Model T that was inherited from one of my uncles. And I remember being underneath the car doing some work on it and in the garage, and my wife comes out and she says, it's 11 p.m. And I said, no, I was not aware of that. But I think it's the same thing. Sometimes we just get so entrenched in our minds that we're just fully engaged with the object. In this case, fully engaged with the machine. And it's wonderful. So the author said that there's two ways of looking at a motorcycle: as a collection of parts or as a single living system. Sound familiar? It's kind of like how we see people, too, and even our own lives in this confusing time that we're living in right now. We're either fragmented or we're whole. We're either fixable or doomed. We're either collected or isolated. He reminds us the way you fix your bike is the way you live your life. You take care of things. You take care of yourself, and you take care of others as best you can before problems occur. And then you resolve those problems, one at a time, as best you can, with a good heart. One of the things I love about the book, too, is how it doesn't pretend that life is easy. Persig talks about gumption traps, as he calls it, those things that drain your energy and make you want to give up. The stripped screw or the seized bolt on your bike, for example. Even self-doubt. But he also talks about gumption builders, like a clean workspace, a good night's sleep, the right frame of mind. And again, that's just not talking about a shop. That's talking about our lives. That's life advice. He says gumption comes from being in harmony with what you're doing, in harmony with others too. And when you're out of sync, the world will resist. And when we're in line or aligned, things will flow. And isn't that what we're looking for? On the road, in the garage, in our relationships? Aren't we looking for, hoping for a flow? Aren't we looking and hoping for peace of mind? I know I am. Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance doesn't give us all the answers, but I think it asks the right questions. What does it mean to care? to care about machines and to care about ourselves and to care about others? How can we live with integrity in a world that seems so fragmented, especially today? Have you looked at the news lately? Yeah, fragmented is a pretty good description. So, for Persig, the answer isn't just in philosophy. It's in the ride. It's in the doing. It's about being fully aware, fully in the moment. And for us, maybe that's a lesson. That each ride is a chance to connect, not just with the machine or with the road, but with something deeper. To connect with stillness, to connect with presence, and hopefully to connect with peace of mind. It's that peace of mind that everybody's seeking, right? And some of us, if we're lucky, we might find a little bit of peace of mind from the seat of a motorcycle. Hey, if you enjoy this podcast, thanks a lot for telling your friends. I really appreciate your feedback. Send me an email anytime. Love to chat with you there, or talk over Zoom, or talk in person if we can. It's ron@peacelovemoto.com. Until we visit again, ride safe, ride true, and ride with a little bit of zen. I wish you peace, and I wish you love.